blocked by a federal panel of judges earlier this month who called it racial gerrymandering. Saying emergency order from U.S. Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito restored the newly drawn congressional order from U.S. Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito restored the newly drawn congressional map for the emergency order from U.S. Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito restored the newly drawn congressional map for the state of Texas after it was temporarily blocked by a federal panel of judges earlier this month who called it racial gerrymandering, saying it would disproportionately reduce the power of Black and Hispanic voters. Now, lawmakers are awaiting a full decision from the court ahead of the 2026 candidate filing deadline on December 8th. The newly drawn map is expected to give Republican candidates an edge in 5 districts. And on Thursday, Abbott said he believes that will be the map used in the upcoming election cycle.
We are expecting a ruling from the United States Supreme Court next week. I think at a minimum, they will maintain the stay on the lower court's ruling and allow the Texas maps to be used for this election cycle.
Abbott also addressed a lawsuit filed by the Council on American Islamic Relations, a group he designated as a terrorist organization in Texas last week, preventing them from purchasing land in the state, among other restrictions. Now, CAIR is asking the courts to strike down the governor's proclamation, calling it defamatory and alleging that it's both unconstitutional and a violation of Texas state law.
It's the most flimsy lawsuit I've ever seen.
On Thursday, Abbott doubled down on his previous statements, alleging that the group has ties to terrorism. Those allegations stem from a 2009 conviction in which a founding member of the Texas chapter of CAIR was found guilty on 10 counts of conspiracy to provide material support to a designated terrorist organization, among other charges.
They're saying that a person judged by a federal court as supporting terrorism is the heart of the community. That signals exactly what we're saying, and that is CAIR is connected to terrorism and cannot be tolerated in Texas.
In response to the governor's designation, representatives for CAIR sent a letter to Abbott noting that the organization has condemned acts of terrorism in the past and saying, quote, "Your proclamation has no basis in law or fact."